everyone, Mama Bear here.
Little Bear here.
And Moon Pie.
And we are out today on a local trail doing about 6 miles. I thought I'd take this opportunity to talk to you guys about the 10 things I'm doing to prepare our home front before we leave on our big trek on the Appalachian Trail.
You want a banana? Can I get a piece of banana?
I don't know if it'll eat it.
He's so cute. Look how tiny his eyes are.
While this list is not meant to be necessarily exhaustive, I'm sure I've forgotten a few things I've already done and probably have forgotten a few things that I still need to do. But there is a list that has an order of importance, starting with the number one thing. And that for me is to focus on spending quality time with my family. Now, I'm lucky and very blessed that doesn't look a whole lot different than our normal everyday life. My family is very close and we tend to do everything together anyways, but I've put an extra special effort into making sure that I'm spending quality time with each one of them that aren't joining us on our journey. Now, I plan a couple of special overnighters for my husband and I. Wow, he really is our biggest fan, our biggest supporter, and I am so thankful and so grateful and so blessed that he is just cheering us on and is willing to do anything to make sure that we can achieve our goal and achieve success. So thank you, my love. Definitely could never do this without you. And to my son and my two daughters, thank you for being so supportive and loving and kind and giving us tough love when we need it sometimes, and knowing that Little Bear and I are off to hopefully achieve one of our biggest goals and our dreams. So I'm thankful for you guys. Number two, the second thing on our list is to make sure all bills are put on auto pay. Now again, for us, that's pretty much already done. So that wasn't a huge change, but there were a few that I needed to make sure that some of the cards that the bills are paid on, they're set to expire soon. So to make sure I have that worked out, to change the billing over. It's nothing that my husband can't do while we're on trail, or that I can't do when we're on trail. But it just seems to me that it'll be a lot easier just to make sure those monthly things that need to be paid are just already on auto pay. Number three, taxes. So I am happy to report that I just finished and submitted our taxes 2 days ago. So that is done. But that was definitely something that leading up to our mid-March start, I wanted to make sure it was already done.
You're gonna give it to Salem.
What happened?
I dropped my banana.
Are you sad? Number four is setting family, friends, and for me, my clients' expectations while we're on trail. Now that's kind of a broad topic. What do I mean by setting expectations? Well, just talking and having open communication of the things that we hope to expect in terms of communication, in terms of visits, in terms of, just the trail life and how it will affect and relate to them. My family is super chill, and they're just going to roll with it and go with it. And we're kind of having no expectations, if that makes sense, to alleviate any of the extra stress planning might cause and all of that. So that's kind of how we're rolling with that. My clients, I am planning to work on trail a bit. I am a licensed mental health counselor in the state of Florida, and so I have a handful of clients who have asked to continue with telehealth. So haven't worked out exactly how that's going to look like yet, but that's pretty much where we're at in terms of expectations. That I will try to take probably 2 zeros a month just to make sure that I'm in a spot where I will have proper cell signal and have the ability to have some online or phone sessions with those clients.
And there's chocolate. And there's chocolate. Only Wonkas make your confidence skyrocket. Put your hands into get yourself some Wonka chocolate.
We love Willy Wonka, can you tell? Now I'm craving chocolate. Number 5, talking to my family about a few of the systems that we would like to put in place while I'm away. And some of those are as simple as, who's going to do the grocery ordering, who's going to do the meal planning, who's going to take, certain chores over, that kind of a thing. Nothing really big, but again, I'm big on communication and talking things through. And that was just one of the things that we sat down and said, okay, who's going to do what and how can I help? So number 6, for the last week, cooking. I am planning to prepare a number of my family's favorite meals and put them in the freezer for them to enjoy while I'm gone. Number 7, it's kind of redundant. It's going back into the systems, but I put it as assigning jobs. So as we were talking through things as a family and kind of how things operate for us, we started thinking, well, who's going to do this? Who's going to do that? And I'm not a big one that says, with things like that, we'll figure it out, because there's a lesson when there's children at the pool and there's 30 adults, and all the adults think that everybody's watching the children. And oftentimes it ends up being nobody's watching the kids. Just something I learned as a young mother many, many years ago. So designating specific people to do specific jobs to ensure that they're done. So in number 7 of assigning jobs to specific people, we talked about pet care. And Little Bear's really concerned about making sure Ellie the cat is very well taken care of, although I know she would have been without assigning a job, but she really wanted to make sure that that was something very specifically was taken care of and done in the way that she could feel comfortable leaving Ellie cat behind. The whole assigning jobs things, it sounds a little silly maybe to some of you, but kind of run a tight ship. And everybody's very used to mom kind of always making sure things gets done, and so I'm not going to be there for that. And while I have the utmost confidence in all of my family, I thought it would just be easier if we talked about the things that are important to get done and making sure somebody was held accountable for them. So everyone's very happy with that conversation that we had, because it just, I think, puts everybody at ease that everything's going to be fine when mama leaves, and things will run smoothly, just in a different way. And you know what? That's okay, because my way isn't always the right way. It's just my way. So they'll figure out systems that work for them, and that's exciting to me. Number 8 is cancel subscriptions and memberships that are not needed while I'm on trail. And so obviously I'm not having to uproot my whole household and cancel pretty much everything, move out of an apartment or sell my house or do any of that like many people are. But there are some things with memberships and subscriptions that only I use, or I'm, the one that cares about it the most. And so, like the gym membership, I'm not going to be using that anymore, or my monthly massage membership, I won't need that while I'm on trail. Although I would love to still be able to use it. Yeah, we'll go ahead and just still cancel it. But things like that. Number 9, really having the conversation with my husband about shifts of responsibility, things that I can still help with while I'm on trail, and then things that just he's going to have to be responsible for. Again, he is a canine SWAT officer for 27 years. And so it's a lot like sometimes being a single mom, and it's just been easier for us that way. That way he's able to go and do his hero job, and we're there on the home front supporting him. But that means that I take care of most of the things, or at least a large task manager when it comes to that. So shifting responsibilities just to make sure that he's comfortable, he knows, the things that he needs to kind of pick up for when I'm gone. But he's totally capable, so that's going to be easy. And number 10, I need to deconstruct my garden. I don't want my family to have to try to take care of the garden while I'm gone. I have a vegetable garden and a flower garden, but that's just not something that I want to put on them in terms of extra responsibility. So I will sadly have to deconstruct that and just be ready to begin again once we return home. So while I think many of the things that I have listed will be kind of universal to a lot of you guys watching this that are going on the trail or that hope to one day also plan for a through hike, I think a lot of this really is more tailored to my more unique situation. And what I mean by that is I'm a mom of 4 children, one of which is going with me, and um, a lot of my responsibilities are a lot different than maybe somebody in a different situation. So I don't think there was any groundbreaking information here that you gathered from my to-do list before we hit the trail. I do hope it was helpful. And I also hope that it kind of gave you a glimpse into getting to know me and Little Bear a little bit more before we set on trail. If you guys have any questions, if there's anything you would like to discuss, please leave us some comments. And we love talking to you guys. We love interacting and also getting to know you all, before we get on trail. We also appreciate everyone who has supported us and who is already cheering us on before we're even taking our very first step. So if you like our content, I know many people are watching our videos but aren't subscribed. So if you could please like and subscribe to our channel, that would help us out a lot with these YouTube algorithms that I'm learning about. There's a lot to learn when it comes to this vlogging thing, and I've got a long way to go to still learn. But thank you guys for your support. Thank you for continuing to watch our videos, and we can't wait to share our journey with you. Bye! Oh, and bonus number 11, I actually was just thinking about this. I would like to come up with, again, intentional, thoughtful ways to include my family as much on trail as I can. So of course they're going to come to visit and all of those things, but I'm thinking of having surprise things mailed to them. Particularly I'm talking about my daughters and sons that are back at home, so maybe postcards, maybe handwritten letters. Of course, we're going to be talking to them every day, and we're going to be texting and video chatting and all of that good stuff. But I just think it would be fun to have little surprises here and there from us, from different trail towns, and just to have that kind of fun thing to be included as well. Look at the bunny. Oh, he ran away. Bye, Thumper.